Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm going to teach you the basics of command blocks because command blocks are awesome and you can create adventure maps, mini games, whatever you want. And this will be a brand new series on my channel, so if you guys want to see more commands, then just hit the like button. I'll be going through almost every single command there is, and today I'm going to go through the basics of how command blocks work and teach you one command along the way. So let's get right into this. So first we need to actually get a command block. Now if I go into the creative menu, you will see that if I type in command, nothing shows up. That's because it is not in the creative menu. You can only get it by using this command called the /give command. Now, how do you use this command? Very simple. Just open up your chat. It's T on keyboard, or whatever you have it on controller. So you just go into your chat, and this is where you do like every single command, or you can do it in a command block. But you have to use the /give command to get a command block. So let's start off by doing that. You want to start off every single command with a slash. That is very, very important. Be sure to do that. So just type in a slash and you'll see a whole bunch of commands show up. These are all the commands I'm going to go through, but not in this video. I will do these in a different video going more in depth. But for now, just type in /give like that, and this will show up. Give gives a player, gives an item to a player. So once you type this in, press space, and you will see these symbols show up. These symbols are used in almost every single command, so be sure to remember them and use them because they are very, very useful. So let's just go through these. We have @A. This is an @ symbol, so it's number 2 on your keyboard. Just press shift and do that. There we go. And so this first one is indicating all players. So if you put this in, it will be giving something to all players. Let's go to the next one. @E means all entities, which means armor stands, zombies, sheep, whatever. Anything that has an AI. @P is the closest player to where you run the command. So since I'm the only one in the world, it's gonna run on me. So yeah, you really use that when there's multiple people. @R is a random player, and again, I'm the only one in the world, so it will always choose me. So and then @S is yourself, so that's like a guaranteed it will happen on you. Or you can just type in their username and then it will work. So I'm just going to type in @S for now and then press space, and then you'll see that a bunch of blocks and items will show up right here, and it will tell you all the names for them, and you will see that they have underscores under the spaces. Now this is very important because when you're indicating an item or a block, there cannot be any spaces, so this is what the underline is for. So what you want to do is type in command, and it will come up with these 4 things right here: the command block minecart, chain command block, and repeating command block. Right now we just want the command block, so you can either just type it in normally, or you can press tab and it will put it in for you. So there is other things to this command, but I will get into that in a different video. For now, once you have this in, just press enter and it will pop right into your inventory. So what is the command block used for? That is what we're going to move on to next. So there are 3 different command block types, and they are very easy to use. They are user friendly. but it can be a little overwhelming once you open this up. So once you first place this down, you will see that there are arrows and sides that don't have arrows. We will get into that in a second, but I want you to first open up the command block and a whole bunch of stuff will pop up. This may look overwhelming, but it's really easy. So, you know the symbols from before? They are just right here, just to remind you what they all do. So the place you want to put all your commands is right here, the command input. So you just tap into here and you can type anything you want. That's where you do your commands, and if you press this little plus sign over here, it will give you a lot more space, so that if you have longer commands, it will show up. So let's move down here to previous output. You can turn this on or off. Basically, this tells you if there's something wrong with the command, it will tell you down here, or if it worked correctly, it will tell you down here, and you can turn that on or off. And down here is just what is over here, like what the data is. And so let's go over to the left side. Now the hover note. This is pretty cool, but this helps you organize your command blocks once you get into like using hundreds of them. So if I just type in try this into here and then exit, you will see that whenever I look at the command block, the text will show up on top of it. So this is a good way to, like, if you do /give, then you know what that command block is for without even going into it. So that's a good way to organize your command blocks, but I won't be using that. Now, the block types. This is where things change. Right now, the orange looking command block is called an impulse, which means when it is powered by redstone, it will only activate the command once. So it cannot be repeated unless you create a clock, which I will show you later on. But if you click on this, it will show you the impulse, which is selected, the chain, and the repeat. So if I just select one of these and then exit, you'll see it changes color to that. But if I change the repeat, it changes colors again, and we'll change it back, just like that. So let's go over to condition. I will show you this in the next command block, so let's just skip over this for now. But let's move on to the redstone. There are two options for this. It is always active and needs redstone. So this should be pretty self-explanatory. If you put on always active, it will always be active. But if you put it on needs redstone, then it needs redstone for it to activate. But the always active will not work on the impulse because it is only going to run once. So if it's an impulse, make sure it's on needs redstone. So you'll see this thing called execute on first tick. I'm not going to go over this in this video, but you'll see that's blurred out anyway, so don't worry about it. It's not too important at this moment. So Minecraft's time, it works with ticks. I'm not sure how many ticks are in like a second. It might be 10 or 5, but when you put like 50 in here, as soon as the command, or like when this gets power, it will wait 50 ticks before it executes the command that you put in here. So that's pretty useful when you're trying to add like really specific timings on stuff. But you can do that with repeaters anyway. So let's move over to the next type of command block, the chain. I'm gonna go over this over there, so let's just skip over this for now. But this is the repeat command block. Everything's the same. Basically, this is a impulse command block, but it repeats over and over. So if you have it on always active, the command will keep going forever and ever and ever and ever, and it will not stop. And if you add a delay, then it'll just do it every like 50 ticks or something. But if you have it on 0, it will do it like practically every millisecond. So you want to make sure to have a delay unless you want to break your game. But you can also have it on needs redstone, so that it's still repeating. So you need redstone for it to activate. So like you have a command block or a command in here, and then you can just add redstone and it will start repeating over and over and over and over again. So let's get rid of that, and let's move over to here. So you'll see at the bottom of the chain an impulse command block is used. You can also use a repeating command block at the bottom. You always want to start with at least those two. If you start with a chain command block at the bottom, it will not work. So you want to make sure to start with an impulse or a repeating. So what you want to do to make a chain is start with an impulse, and then every other command block you add on has to be chains. So you want to make sure that the arrows are going the same way the bottom is, but at the top you could redirect it the other way, like this. So it's like a line. So we go up into this, and now the chain goes that way. So if I just come up here and add another one of these, you will see that it will still work. So it will execute this command first, and then it'll go through these one by one, but much quicker. It'll be all in like 1 second. But that's how you use chains. You can have them sideways like this. You can also start them by going downwards, so they go in all directions. Just make sure to start with an impulse or a repeating command block. But if you start with a repeating command block, it will do the chain over and over and over again. So just be aware of that. Now let's get over to this side with the repeating. You'll see that I already showed this with the redstone. This allows it to turn on. And with the impulse, for it to be repeating just like that one is, but you want to have it like a little delay without using ticks, you can just use repeaters like this. So if you create a loop like this, it will do this over and over. So if I type in the command we just learned, the /give at P, I'm going to use P because if I do at S, it will not work. And command underscore block. The reason why at S wouldn't work is because this is a command block and we're not running it in our chat. At S only works when you're using it in chat. So if I exit out of this, every time this activates, it will give me a command block. So if I just bring this down here, you'll see that it keeps giving it to me, and a bunch of commands show up on the screen. So to get rid of these, so that people, so like when maps, you don't see all this stuff on the left, there's a special command to get rid of the command output that you see. You just go into your chat and type in /gamerule. This will change game rules in the game, so it's very important to some game makers. Space, and it lists all the game commands, but I want you to type this one in to get rid of the stuff on the side. The command block output, it's right at the top here. So if I just press tab, it'll put it in for me. Then press space again, and you'll see false and true. Just put it at false. At false, and then press enter. and now it's a lot cleaner. It will still show up it giving you command blocks. That's just because that's how the /give command works. So that's basically the basics of command blocks. You're going to use these a whole bunch, and don't worry, we'll be making mini games and maps in no time. I'll see you in the next one. See ya!